Hello everyone, it's Serenity. I hope you're doing well. So something has been on my mind since I've done the last video, and I think I've mentioned it in other videos. Like, it was toward the beginning when I first started making videos, but I feel the need to mention it again. It's basically about baptism. If you dedicated your life to Jehovah, publicly, and got baptized, why it is important that if you were not disfellowshipped, or, the announcement was made that you're no longer one of Jehovah's Witnesses, that it is important for you to disassociate, to actually, send that letter in to break that vow that you made. And I know many feel like, oh, I'm just going to fade. That way I can have the best of both worlds. Or I don't feel the need to have to, disassociate, etc., etc. Again, you have free will. You can do as you please. But once you transition from your physical vessel into your light body, and things are not as you expected, because you insisted that even though you no longer mentally were with Jehovah's Witnesses, that you did not feel the need to break that contract. And you find out that yes, indeed, your life, your light body belongs to this evil entity. As much as it pains me, there is nothing that we can do about that. Now, hear me out. Basically, you made a public vow before the earth and the heavens that you have dedicated your life to Jehovah. Now, this is the second question that they ask. This is not by chance. They know what they're doing. And that's what makes this so irritating. When they ask that second question, I think it's like, if I will link an article so you can read it yourself, but basically it goes to along the lines of, if you have dedicated yourself to Jehovah to do his will. Okay, now that's very important, because they'll ask that question and then you'll say yes publicly. So just like any other vow, it is legal and binding. Now, there's other soul contracts that can be made in this 3D reality as well, but I'm not here to address all that. I'm here to help the ones that are in this dark organization and are unaware of how deep the darkness goes, that you've literally pledged your life force, your soul, to this God who's not even God. Okay? I mean, the term soul harvesting comes to mind. Okay? Is it becoming clear to you now? Again, you have free will to do as you choose, but I am not going to sit here and pretend that everything is fine if you were not either disfellowshipped, or you took the proper steps to disassociate yourself in order to break that vow and break that contract. Now, at this particular time, the last few years, there has been so many new light announcements that for the right-hearted individuals, it will become more than obvious that this is not the truth, that you should get out. There will be even more changes that will be announced that will be obvious that that is not where you need to be. Now, if you refuse to remove yourself from this organization, to break that vow that you made with this false god. You have to be willing to take responsibility for your lack of actions or actions. This isn't something, for me to incite fear or anything. I love you. I truly do. And this is why I'm saying it. But when the governing body starts to announce that it will be a conscious matter for all of these things that in the past were wrong, that could be punished by being disfellowshipped, that were looked down upon, that is us trying to work through them to get all the right-hearted people out. There is a reason that even they are making these announcements. In a way, it is helping us, because when all of these things are announced and there are ones who refuse to leave because of comfort, or they want, one leg on this side of the fence, the other one on this one. They're lukewarm, essentially. That is a decision that they will have to live with, unfortunately. Again, this isn't to incite fear. It's just that the scripture comes to mind where, Jesus had said that you would lose mother, father, in his namesake. Well, that would be for love. Not that you're actually, worshiping Jesus. But there would come a price with doing the right thing. And it's not always easy, believe me, I understand. There is nothing I'm asking you to do that I wasn't willing to do myself. Okay? So, one moment. My point is, sometimes you do have to be willing to lose everything in order to gain true life. And even though you may lose your family and who you've known as friends all your life, you will gain new family. You will gain new friends. It might take time, but they'll come. And those will be the ones that actually stick closer than your fleshly family, because they'll be your spiritual family. All right. That's all I have to say for today. The other thing is, it's just quickly, it's about the chart. I know the chart can be confusing, but it was meant to just show you the breakdowns from source to the word to all these other breakdowns. The Father, if you notice, or the Son, is there by himself. He also becomes part of this breakdown, but I don't get too much into that. But for me, on that chart, I identify as number 7. But my highest ranking counterpart also identifies as number 7. And I'll leave it at that. Because there are certain things that I am meant to know, but I also have to be discreet about. And I hope you understand that, or comprehend it. Even though I have various counterparts, each one of them is part of me, and they contain information. So when I interact with them, that information is transferred to me. It's not that all of the counterparts have my consciousness. I also hope that makes sense. But yeah, I literally have a tattoo on my neck because I come here in cycles. About every 2,000 to 2,600 years, I come here and I alternate between being in a male vessel and a female vessel. This is normal. Each cycle is approximately 26,000 years. Okay? So when I talk about things, I am not talking, from a point of view from just this lifetime. It is from a span of lifetimes and information. I will show you the tattoo because then you will understand what I mean. I am infinite, no end, no beginning. But each cycle, I am 7 times a male, 7 times a female. All right? So that's what the tattoo means. You see it? And that's not to be confusing either. It's just, there are no accidents as far as how things go. I explained timelines and how they can be shifted somewhat, but not too extreme, because that would ruin or collapse the whole interface. So I said I was ending the video a while ago. I know. Basically, to just give you a small idea of what these malevolent forces have done or tried to do with humanity, is make them a slave race. They have constantly tried to make them a slave race because of the energy within them and how these beings can create and fuel these maleficent energies. So not only can they create for these ones, but they are also a fuel source. Now, there is a timeline that is one that we do not want to happen. It is horrible. Basically, where humanity is forced to accept basically microchips that will control their entire existence. This is what we're trying to avoid. That's it in a nutshell. So, again, there are so many beings, many who are not from human origins, that are here right now on this 3D plane to assist humanity to ascend and become sovereign beings and remember who they truly are. This is why we're all here. We can only do so much, though. Humanity also needs to find the strength within them to make the necessary changes, even though it may be difficult. It's kind of like that saying, meet us halfway. That's what we need. We need you to meet us halfway. Yeah. But again, part of meeting us halfway, once you realize, let's say if you are in a cult, are in organized religion in general, once you realize that you don't belong there, make the proper steps to get out. You can do it. Others have done it. Okay? Okay, that's it. For real, for real. I love you so, so, so very much. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. I miss home. Yeah. It's been a very long time since I've been able to actually go home to my realm. But I constantly do this out of love. Not my own selfish interests, you know? But yeah, all right. Peace be with you. I love you once again. Mwah. Sending you all my love and hugs. All right, bye-bye.